Wandavision just recently wrapped up its finale, and man, what a way to kick off Phase 4 of the MCU. There were twists and turns, big reveals, and one hell of a finale. But what does the future of the MCU look like from here? What'll happen to Wanda, and how will she be part of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Well folks, that's why we're here. Welcome back to Patrolclip, and today's video, we're going to be discussing all things WandaVision, from the finale to the future of Wanda's character. Of course, there will be spoilers for the entirety of the show, so if you haven't seen the series finale or the show itself, well, why haven't you? Before we begin, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all things Patrolclip. Here we go! So first of all, let's talk about the main event of the series finale, the final moments of Westview and what was revealed within that time. To start off, there was a big battle involving Agatha Harkness and Wanda, as well as White Vision, and should we call him Westview Vision? Yeah, Westview Vision, that works. The fight between the two Visions definitely got off to a fiery start, but with both of them using their powers to their fullest extent, having Harry Potter-esque tug-of-wars with their head lasers and phasing through each other, trying to gain an upper hand. However, the fight got surprisingly better once the punching stopped. Both Visions have a surprisingly profound conversation in questioning their existence.
If those removed planks are restored and reassembled free of the rot, is that the ship of Theseus?
With both Westview Vision convincing White Vision that he is actually the real Vision, being that Westview Vision was created through Wanda's powers. Their conversation then leads into Westview Vision reawakening White Vision's memories, going through major events from the MCU, from Age of Ultron to Infinity War. We've really missed these types of scenes with Vision, and we can't help but notice a subtle similarity to the conversation between Vision and Ultron in Age of Ultron.
They're doomed.
Yes. But a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
Westview Vision and White Vision are both incredibly intelligent, so it would make sense that they could lay their powers down and just get down to basics in a thoughtful conversation. You know, android to android. In the end, White Vision basically becomes the real Vision and flies away. However, where he is going is something that we kind of need to know. Now, we totally get that White Vision meeting Wanda for the first time was pretty messed up. And for him to come back to her after the events of the show would make for an awkward reunion. There's also the question, why wouldn't Vision have told Wanda that he basically transferred his consciousness to another body? That's what I was thinking. Still, Wanda looks to be a bit better in the end, so it might be better for old Viz to leave her alone for just a little while. Speaking of Wanda in the finale, she had quite the physical and mental battle with Agatha. At first, it looked like Agatha was draining Wanda's youth and powers, but the tables quickly turned as Wanda revealed that she had a rune cast in Westview, rendering Agatha's possession of her powers absolutely useless. And finally, after years of anticipation, we get a full look at the true Scarlet Witch. And man, she is rocking that new outfit. Now, what concerns us a little bit is how Agatha exclaims that Wanda has no idea what she's done, and that her power actually succeeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme, someone we currently know as the good old Doctor Strange, and someone we previously knew as the Ancient One. Now, that's pretty damn powerful. And that would mean that getting on Wanda's bad side would be the first on the list of worries for any hero in the MCU. We've seen what she can do when racked by depression and guilt. If she could really go all out, Westview would be minuscule compared to other actions she could be capable of. We did see in the second post-credit scene that Wanda is isolating herself from the world and studying from the Darkhold, kind of in the same manner that Doctor Strange studied in some sort of astral projection at incredible speeds. The thing is, the Darkhold is one of the darkest, no pun intended, books someone could ever learn from, and it is indeed probable that Wanda is heading down a little bit of a dark path. If we really wanted to theorize, Wanda's studies of the Darkhold can definitely lead into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, as the Darkhold's place of origin is in the Hell Dimension. A dimension some viewers may be familiar with, being that Doctor Strange bargained with Dormammu in that same dimension. One of the reasons why Wanda studying the Darkhold is worrying is because it potentially heralds the arrival of some terrifying villains, namely the Elder God Thawne, who wrote the Darkhold, and possibly Mephisto, who uses the book in the comics. This could mean that one of those guys could be the big bad in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. However, we shouldn't count Wanda herself out, sadly. She might be so corrupted by the Darkhold's power and by the events of the Doctor Strange sequel that she could be far gone from good. Whether she'll actually lock heads with Doctor Strange remains to be seen, but the synopsis seems to hint that this could happen. Dr. Stephen Strange's continuing research on the Time Stone is hindered by a friend-turned-enemy, resulting in Strange unleashing unspeakable evil. If that doesn't refer to Wanda Maximoff, now known as the Scarlet Witch, well, we might need to theorize a whole lot more. That, or we're going to see Wanda do some intense you-know-what. We also want to point out real quick that you can actually hear a motif of Doctor Strange's theme in the last post-credits scene with a much darker tone. So let's switch from being 90% sure that Wanda will turn evil to, let's say, 99.9% sure. Now, before we wrap up the video, there is one more thing we do need to address. That's right, the other post-credits scene in the series finale that gives us some insight into what's going on outside Earth and how we're going into potentially the Secret Wars. In the post-credits scene, after Wanda leaves and the FBI starts cleaning up the area, Monica Rambeau meets an agent in the theater. She reveals herself to be a Skrull sent by a buddy of Monica's late mom, which most certainly referring to post-credit superstar Nick Fury. This small glimpse into a much bigger conflict tells us a lot about what could be going on with Fury and the Skrulls, as well as the upcoming Secret Wars series, being that Secret Wars was a ginormous event in the comics. There's one connection that can be made through this Skrull cameo that can connect WandaVision, Secret Wars, and surprisingly Spider-Man No Way Home. In the post-credit scene for Spider-Man Far From Home, we see that the real Nick Fury is up in space with the Skrulls, probably searching for Captain Marvel, while the Skrull Talos acts as sort of a fake Fury. With Peter Parker's identity revealed to the world, many have wondered how this issue could be fixed in Spider-Man No Way Home. There's been many rumors that Matt Murdock, also known as Daredevil, coming in with that lawyer swagger and proving Parker not guilty. And also Doctor Strange being in Spider-Man No Way Home could mean that he's going to help Peter out in some way with his magical powers. It's the how that's unknown, however, and if you really think about it, is some kid's secret identity getting out a cause for concern? I mean, he's got so many other important matters to attend to, like maybe protecting our reality, or the rumors of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire returning, managing multiple realities. I mean, that's a topic for another day, but with Doctor Strange and Daredevil out of the way, what other way could Peter regain his secret identity? Well, I'll tell you in 2 words: secret invasion. Now think about it. What if a Skrull sent by Fury in good faith covers up for Peter and says that he was simply posing and that he was the real Spider-Man? Now, it might be hard to swallow at first, but if you think about it, the plot of Secret Wars and how so many heroes were revealed to actually be Skrulls, people might believe it's easier than you'd think. And thus, the series Secret Wars can kick off real good, probably right after Spider-Man No Way Home, and lead right into Captain Marvel 2. Monica Rambeau will also more than likely be involved, as she'll want to see Carol Danvers again, as well as meet Nick Fury, because come on, who wouldn't? Plus, she's got some new powers that she's just getting used to. Well, folks, that's all the time we got for today. Without a doubt, WandaVision set up quite a bit for Phase 4 of the MCU, and we couldn't be more excited for what's in store. Speaking of what's in store, there's a whole lot more videos coming your way soon, so if you haven't already, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring that little bell so that you're instantly notified if there's a tear in our reality, or, a new video's coming out. Thanks again for watching, and until next time!
Everybody back to work!